Some SUVs on the market right now will destroy your bank account, while others will save you thousands and run forever. I'm Hank, and I've been wrenching on cars for over 20 years. Welcome to SUV Hype. Today, I'm breaking down the 3 worst and 4 best SUVs you should consider in 2026. Let's start with the disasters you need to avoid. Worst number 3, 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Consumer Reports rated the Grand Cherokee among the least reliable vehicles for 2025, and the depreciation tells the whole story. This SUV is projected to lose 52% of its value in just 3 years. If you pay $55,000 today, you're looking at a $28,600 loss by 2029. But here's what really kills this SUV. The Grand Cherokee L has been recalled 15 times since the 5th generation launched in 2021. 15 recalls. That's not a typo. Owners report infotainment screens randomly going blank, leaving them without navigation, climate control, or backup cameras while driving. The 4xe plug-in hybrid has been recalled for sudden power loss. Imagine cruising down the highway with your family and the engine just cuts out. That's not just inconvenient, that's dangerous. I had a customer who bought a 2024 Grand Cherokee in early 2025 for $58,000. 1 year later, he wanted to trade it in. Dealerships were offering $39,000. That's $19,000 gone in 12 months. Between the electronic gremlins and the massive dealer markups people paid, owners are now finding out their SUV is worth $30,000 less than they owe. If you're looking at a 3-row SUV, skip the Grand Cherokee. There are better options that won't leave you stranded or broke. Worst number 2, 2025. Jeep Wagoneer L and Stellantis promised the Wagoneer would compete with the Yukon and Expedition. Instead, it delivered an electrical nightmare that loses 54% of its value in 3 years. This is a $90,000 SUV that feels like a $40,000 liability the moment you sign the papers. Kelley Blue Book data shows a 2024 Jeep Grand Wagoneer Series 2 that sold for $91,000. New is now worth around $54,000 after just 18 months. That's 41% gone and counting, and it's only getting worse in 2026. The Wagoneer is plagued with reliability problems. Families are getting stranded on road trips. The electrical systems fail. The infotainment crashes. The transmission has issues. And buyers in 2026 are terrified of what happens when the 36,000-mile warranty expires. I talked to a dealer contact last month. He said they can't move used Wagoneers. Nobody wants them. When a $90,000 luxury SUV can't find buyers at $50,000, you know something is seriously wrong. Here's my advice. If you want a full-size luxury SUV, buy a Yukon or an Expedition. They're more reliable, hold value better, and won't leave you calling a tow truck every other month. Worst number 1, 2025 Land Rover Range Rover. The Range Rover takes the top spot for worst SUV, and it hurts to say it because these look incredible. The presence, the luxury, the badge. But behind that image is one of the worst ownership experiences you can buy. With nearly 68% depreciation, some owners are losing over $70,000 in just 3 years. Let that sink in. You buy a Range Rover for $100,000, and 3 years later, it's worth $32,000. That's not depreciation, that's financial suicide. The 2024 Range Rover has been recalled 5 times for oil leaks, transmission failures, and rear-view camera malfunctions. One recall involved transmission oil pressure dropping, causing the clutch to slip into neutral while driving. Owner forums are filled with electrical nightmares, air suspension failures, and infotainment problems. Here's the real issue. Nobody wants to own a Range Rover out of warranty. Once that 3-year coverage expires, a single repair can cost $5,000 to $10,000. Air suspension replacement, $8,000. Transmission rebuild, $12,000. Electrical diagnosis, good luck. Many wealthy buyers lease Range Rovers, write them off on taxes, and hand them back before the warranty ends. They understand the depreciation game and refuse to play it. If you're thinking about buying one, lease it. Never ever buy a Range Rover if you plan to keep it past the warranty. Best number 4, 2024 to 2025 Toyota Highlander. The Highlander isn't flashy, but it's one of the smartest SUV purchases you can make in 2026. Here's why. It's powered by the legendary 3.5-liter 2GR-FE V6, an engine I've personally seen go past 400,000 miles with nothing but routine maintenance. The Highlander holds its value better than almost any three-row SUV on the market. A 2021 Highlander that sold for $45,000 new is still worth around $32,000 to $35,000 in 2026. That's only 22% to 29% depreciation over 5 years. Compare that to the Grand Cherokee, losing 52% in 3 years. Maintenance costs are incredibly low. In my shop, the most common repairs past 200,000 miles are water pumps and valve cover gaskets. We're talking $600 to $800 total. The transmission is equally bulletproof when you change the fluid every 60,000 miles. The hybrid model gets even better fuel economy without sacrificing reliability. Toyota's hybrid system is proven and durable. I've worked on Highlander hybrids with over 250,000 miles still running strong. If you need a three-row family SUV that'll last 15 years and not destroy you on repairs, the Highlander is your answer. It's boring, but boring means reliable. Best number 3, 2023 to 2025 Honda Pilot. The Pilot is powered by Honda's 3.5-liter J35 V6, and this engine has built a reputation for running forever. I've worked on J35 engines with over 300,000 miles that still pass emissions and run smooth. Last month, a 2016 Pilot came in with 167,000 miles. The owner wanted to know what big maintenance was coming. I inspected everything, pulled codes, checked fluids. You know what I found? Nothing. These engines just don't quit. The current generation Pilot is spacious, comfortable, and loaded with features. But what really matters is that it'll still be running when everything else in the parking lot is in the junkyard. Honda resale values are strong. A 2020 Pilot that sold for $42,000 new is worth around $30,000 to $33,000 in 2026. That's solid value retention for a midsize SUV. The Pilot isn't as popular as the Highlander, which means you can sometimes find better deals. But you're getting the same level of reliability. If you want a three-row SUV with a proven track record, the Pilot deserves serious consideration. Best number 2, 2022 to 2025, Lexus GX 460. If you want a luxury SUV that'll actually last, the GX 460 is your answer. It's powered by the legendary 4.7-liter 2 Yuza FE V8, an engine I've personally seen north of 400,000 miles with original engines and transmissions. The GX 460 is built on a truck frame, not a car platform. That means it's tough, durable, and designed to handle abuse. The body-on-frame construction and solid rear axle make this SUV nearly indestructible. Here's what separates the GX from the Range Rover. The GX is reliable. Owners aren't calling tow trucks. They're not filing lemon law claims. They're driving to 300,000 miles with minimal repairs. The timing belt needs replacement every 90,000 miles, about a $1,000 job. Beyond that, you're looking at spark plugs, fluids, and maybe a water pump past 200,000 miles. Total maintenance costs are incredibly low for a luxury SUV. Resale values are strong because buyers know what they're getting. A 2018 GX 460 that sold for $58,000 new is still worth around $40,000 to $45,000 in 2026. That's excellent value retention. The GX isn't as modern as the Range Rover. The interior is dated and the fuel economy is poor, but it'll outlast 3 Range Rovers and you'll spend a tenth of the money on repairs. If you want a luxury SUV that actually delivers on the promise of quality, buy the GX. Best number 1, 2021 to 2025 Toyota 4Runner. The 4Runner takes the top spot, and here's why. It's powered by Toyota's 4.0-liter 1GR FE V6, an engine that regularly exceeds 300,000 miles. This is the engine that built Toyota's reputation for making trucks that refuse to die. The 4Runner is simple. No direct injection complexity, no turbochargers, no hybrid components. Just a straightforward V6 that's conservatively tuned and overbuilt. Toyota designed it to survive off-road abuse, which means it's more than capable in normal use. But here's what really makes the 4Runner the best SUV you can buy in 2026. The resale value is insane. A 2018 4Runner TR D off-road that sold for $42,000, new is still worth around $35,000 to $38,000 in 2026. That's less than 20% depreciation over 8 years. Why? Because buyers know the 4Runner lasts. They know it's reliable. They know it'll go 300,000 miles without major repairs. That reputation creates demand, and demand creates value. I can sell a 10-year-old 4Runner faster than I can sell a 2-year-old Range Rover. That tells you everything you need to know about real-world value. The 4Runner isn't perfect. The interior is outdated, the fuel economy is terrible, and the ride is truck-like. But it'll outlast everything else on this list. If you buy a 4Runner in 2026 with 100,000 miles, you can drive it another 200,000 miles with oil changes and basic maintenance. There you have it. 3 SUVs that'll destroy your finances and 4 that'll save you thousands while lasting forever. The worst SUVs share the same problems: terrible reliability, catastrophic depreciation, and repair costs that'll bankrupt you. The best SUVs share different traits: proven engines, strong resale values, and reliability you can count on. Which SUV are you considering? Drop it in the comments. If this video helped you avoid a $50,000 mistake, smash that like button and subscribe to SUV Hype. I post new videos every week breaking down what really matters. Thanks for watching, and remember, the cheapest SUV is the one that doesn't break down. Buy smart, not expensive.